I moved. So I'm gonna be doing a plant tour. I also rebranded the channel. We are now Alexa Plants and no longer She Has Plants. I figured I might as well go in line with Alexa Likes. Bought a new desk, so I'm gonna push this out of the frame. Ooh, I can't wait to edit videos here, so I finally feel like I can now get down and moving. This apartment has transom windows that are facing east. We are on the 4th floor, and I now live in Laval and no longer Montreal, but I'm so close to Montreal that it's really not such a biggie. Far left, we have my string of hearts, Crimson Princess. God, I love that plant. I've cut it down a lot because there were a lot of reverted leaves, but I'm just super satisfied with how it looks on that round trellis. The plant that seems to absolutely adore this window is my Rhipsalis pilocarpa. Lots of new growth, and it is just, my ideal would be that it cascades gorgeously from here. And it seems like it adores this window so darn much. We then have my Crimson Queen on a trellis. Unless otherwise mentioned, all of the acrylic trellis, trelli, I don't know what the plural of trellis is. They're all from Houseplant Essentials, which I got off recommendation from all of Wild Fern's videos. On the far end, we have a cutlery divider. I don't know if this was from Dollarama or one of those random supply stores. And then there are a bunch of jars that fit perfectly in there. I got rid of my other propagation station in favor of this because there's just more room for rooting. My Phalaenopsis, this was the one that my mother's best friend gave to her on her last birthday. This plant is really important to me. It is throwing a new bloom spike. Oh my goodness, this has gone through such a improvement. Would you look at this? Come on, how the hell? Wow, that's the baby rubber peperomia up to, I always forget the name of this. My burro's tail or burrito tail right there, I don't want to move that because, you know, it sheds if you move it. We have a marble pothos. I think there was one cutting of my golden pothos left in there, and then the rest I just got rid of. I kind of prefer the look and the coloring of the marble queen right now. Then we have this lovely Hoya compacta. Last but not least, we have the Thanksgiving cactus. This is the one with the white blooms. So it looks like it will bloom, but there aren't so many this time. Oh well. So boyfriend had to get me this ladder because I had a step ladder before, but I wasn't tall enough. And even then I have a hard time cleaning the windows with this ladder because I'm just not tall enough, so I have to get him to clean the windows. I'm going to be ordering a different couch because we have the futon and my old couch here that I need to sell. Here we get so much moisture on the windows and the window panes get so cold, so I don't really keep very many plants down there. You see the window condensation? And ignore the blinds, they're from the previous people and they're just so gross. Anywho, I have a Syngonium Pink Perfection mixed with Fanny Moser cuttings. Yeah, that is all I have left from the pink Syngonium because the last time I showed it to you guys, it was infested and I didn't realize. Other window in the living room is south facing directly into my neighbors. So we keep the blind down. I do have grow lights here. I have the Sansi clip light there that I use for my cacti. I have grow bulbs in this standing lamp. The blue oil fern, which is not even a fern. It's just right beside a south window where it's not getting cooked. One of a couple, my Ludicia discolor, because I decided to restart it. Especially when I moved, I did decide to take cuttings and restart a lot of my plants because I just feel like they would respond better, and I was right. This is my burgundy rubber. I really wish that Ma and I had never tried to paint the stand because it looked all lumpy, and then I tried to start to take off the paint and I just never finished because I got so frustrated with it. So that's why it is dodgy like that. And when I went onto Facebook Marketplace, I actually found someone selling another size of the same basically plant stand, exactly the same, in its original color, and I really wish I had just left it black, but we were really on a white kick back then. White furniture, white pottery, white everything. Mamilaria spinosissima. I had taken cuttings of that last summer. Y'all saw the process. It started making a bunch of pups where I cut it, and I'm into it. Like, it's really funky looking, so much better than just being this long penile shaped thing. We have my Echeveria. Yeah, it's enjoying the south window. I feel like it was doing a bit better in the summer, obviously. I decided to put my Wayetti eye here as well, because it really loves sun. I've got my disco ball planter here, upside down. At certain times of the day, it bounces off light. Optunia brasiliensis, and it likes the south window. I would have it more centered, but I do prick myself on it. When we were moving here, my boyfriend pricked himself on it so many times, and while bringing all the plants, and he's like, it's too many plants. Even though I got rid of plants, you guys, the car was jam-packed. Oxalis I restarted, Oxalis triangularis. Right now it's looking a little bit pitiful. I restarted this in the laziest way possible. I just chopped all the stems and left the corms in the soil. I didn't like go in and clean them up like I normally would have, which I probably should have, which is why it looks all dirty in the pot and stuff. I have it in a terracotta pot that is finished on the outside, and then that's inside of another planter so that I can just kind of use it as a cache pot essentially. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's also what I've done for my cactus so that I don't A, leak water on the floor when I water them, and B, so I can just consolidate my pottery collection. The Monstera deliciosa, the 2 surviving cuttings, actually they were the best rooted ones with the best fenestrations. So I put it in pond and have it in water. I will transition this into soil when it starts to get warmer. I don't want to shock it too much. It's doing fine, and this way I can keep it in water and keep encouraging the roots to go. The cache pot, which is from Simon's, and they're currently on sale, these cache pots, by the way. Thanksgiving cactus, which is going to bloom soon. Finally, I'm so happy. This has taken me such a long time to rebloom because I took morsels off because I wanted it to grow even bigger. Oh, look, this one, there's one here, where is it? This one has double buds. Are you kidding me? This is so cute. It looks crazy from so many different angles. Ma and I used to call this one Sideshow Bob. So like my view while I'm doing the dishes is I get to look at all the plants, and I have this, don't look at my dishes, but I have this giant sink. Go into the dining room and it's a catastrophe. I'm thinking of getting a giant bucket to use to mix fertilizers, and then get a portable shower so that I can just and like get all the plants done. Why is there a hat on the freaking top of the shovel? Philodendron Brazil and the original philodendron heart leaf there. Philodendron Brazil is doing really well. This is a south facing balcony window. This is the window. So I'm not trying to have plants in every room, but here is the rattlesnake, which is not a calathea. For the most part, it's throwing some new leaves, so it looks like it's finally acclimating, and it really enjoys the humidity in this place. I have 0 plants in our bedroom. It is a west-facing window. My home office, I keep my IKEA shelf here. This shelf is discontinued. Don't mind that the door is open for the closet. It's just that that is where my helix is. The technician who came here to install that in said, oh yeah, it's fine if you keep it in a closet on those metal rails. No, it's not. My asparagus fern suffered a lot. It was starting to dry up and do crazy things. It didn't like the transom windows on the east. I figured that that just was giving too much cold and too much light, so I put it here, and it's starting to throw some new growth, so it's okay. I have extra Lodicea discolor Nobody cares. I think I'm gonna give that away. The Hoya Splash, I had to cut up. So I have 2 plants of that. My pajama pants, do you like them? I got them for Christmas, aren't they cute? I really wanted something floral. We have my Hoya Hushkiliana, which is loving this cloche. And then inside, getting tons of lovely humidity, is my Hoya sigillatus, which was dying off when I first purchased it, but now it's rooting up nicely. I think when it gets warmer, it'll look much better. Here's a better look. It's very hard to remove the cloche while I'm holding my camera and my mic. Inside there's also a Hoya compacta cutting, which you can kind of see in a jar in a pot to pretend that it's not in a jar. Like it's even throwing out those aerial roots because it's so humid and of what the temp is outside in ambient. Fanny Moser. If you have any questions about the products that I've used or the pottery that I'm using, the stands, where they're from, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. There's also going to be a ton of stuff in the description, including these guys that I got from Amazon. I already have these. This is actually a repurchase. These are the temperature and humidity monitors. Like, I use them not just for plants, but also we were using them to watch the humidity in the apartment, see when we needed more ventilation, because there's no ceiling fans in here. And in wintertime, when you close everything, it's just, the windows get all foggy and gross and stuff. Highly recommend these. I think I got them on sale for $11 on Amazon, y'all. Links below. I also have a discount code for my Sansi light that was gifted to me, but that light has done wonders for my cacti in the winter time. Like, they basically aren't dormant in the winter because of that lamp. I don't even use it all the time. I really should put it on a timer, but I don't because I'm lazy. Hoya retusa is still blooming. I just don't have it on the trellis anymore, and frankly I think it looks cuter on the trellis, but I had it on the transom window for a bit, and so I just was letting it hang down, which was pretty, but I needed to watch the water situation because when you elevate plants, they dry out so much quicker. So you want to put drought tolerant plants when you put them high, because also you have to go up and water them, and it's a bit of a pain in the butt on that ladder. So that's why I have it down here. I cut off a lot of leaves from my anthurium, but you can just see it has some damage. Yeah, I don't know. If you have any advice, maybe I'm giving it too much light because it's under the grow light, but it's also away from the window so it doesn't get drafts. Yeah, it might just look better maybe in the dining room. Not quite sure yet. There's a cutting of my Hoya Queen, and then we have, oh darn it, I really have to check this out because I think this is infested with Mealy's. Hoya linearis in water because it got root rot or something. I don't remember. It was just, I'm having a bad time with this plant and Mealy's. I really gotta check it again. I was gifted a Petunia and it's growing. It's happy here. Anyways, I don't know. I know a lot of people say that these are very fussy and difficult, these nerve plants, but it's doing okay for now. This cloche is just a plastic one from Dollarama, and then I have 3 different plants in a dog bowl of all things. I'm gonna take it out so you can actually see. Oh my god, you guys, this is so bad. Look, this is disgusting. Oh god, I gotta clean this up. And there's a shit ton of Mealy's. Oh, there's a family of Mealy's on here. Oh my goodness. See all that? Mealy's. A couple of rotten leaves, but then also this plant thrives so well. Like, this is not even deterring it from growing new leaves. So I'm just gonna give it a good splash. I'm gonna use some diatomaceous earth. I have Hoya Croniana Super Silver, Hoya Curtisii, and a bunch of Hoya Matilde cutting. I'm just gonna leave the Hoyas that I need to deal with on the desk for now, bring them into the bathroom and fix all of that. Down here under a grow light, I have that little kitty table from IKEA that's discontinued. I forget what it's called. Hoya Sunrise, which is that right here. Some Cuban oregano, otherwise known as cerveza and lime. I don't remember. That was gifted to me. It smells really nice and you can actually make tea with it. Of course, there's philodendron pink princess. Those are actually cuttings. I split mine apart. I gave some away. I kept some to see if it would grow out nicer. I don't, maybe later I'll put it on a moss pull. I just really don't like moss pulls. More Hoya Mathilde cuttings, the ones that are much more variegated. There's like 3 in here. I have a little bit of, oh, that's what I forgot to show you up there. Philodendron micans. There's even more Mathilde in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Hoya Mathildes in there. There's an alocasia as well. That's dormant. There is my Paraíso Verde, which had a fallback. Like, it just doesn't do well in the winter. So you just keep it alive in the winter for it to just flourish in the summer. I have a huge patio. By the way, I have 2 balconies here. One is south facing and one is west facing. You best believe the cacti are going outside. Everything's going outside. Hoya crassipetiolata on the right. It's doing fantastic. It loves its life. It loves self-watering in pond. If you've ever wondered, now you know. It just blew up from cuttings. And then on the side of it, I have a oops, I kicked something. I have a question for you guys regarding this. So that's my regular Hoya pubicalyx. It's on a trellis from Dollarama that I cut down. And it has, the leaves have gotten so light. I'm wondering if it's just too much light for this Hoya because this is a south window, but then I would have to cut it back because I don't have anywhere else to put a Hoya this tall and I don't want to do it on my east windows yet. I want to wait until heater season is over to either do it, put it outside in a shady spot because you can see my balcony has coverage, or maybe on one of the east windows when the heaters aren't on. Oh, and then there's one other plant. This is just a bit of reverted Hoya princess. I have a couple of other cuttings to add to this and I think I'm just gonna give this plant away because it's a duplicate. Look at this leaf. How pretty is that? Some of these leaves are like watercolor paintings. So pretty. And it kind of looks like they're dusty, but they are ever so slightly pubescent, aka fuzzy. That always makes me think of pubes, but there you go. Do y'all think that my anthurium would be better here by the south window? I don't know. Like further away from it, is that too little light? Not quite sure. I mean, it does get really bright in here, but only for small periods in the day. So that has been my collection. If you have any recommendations or advice, please know that I'm just transitioning. I'm relearning how my plants are acclimating in a completely new apartment. And I'm relatively a newer plant keeper. Like I've only had plants, like I've only really given a crap about them, I'd say like 2023 onward. Before that, I didn't really care, and I've just gotten into it. I'm in my 2nd year. This has been such a learning experience. Moving with them in the middle of winter was brutal. I hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to newer, better videos soon. Bye!